So this is going to be a quick video on how to edit the string tables that the game has, which includes like the names and some of the settings, collectibles, memorabilia information. Basically everything that's not the actual let's say the actual like text or the subtitles for the game, but includes like Charlie's name and the rest of the characters' names. So this is going to be a video on how to edit it in case you have your own character and you want to edit the information so it doesn't say Charlie and it doesn't show Charlie's kind of a little icon when he talks. So this will be a video on how to do it. I had to set up these UAsset, these string tables myself, but I'll have them available on Nexus for you to download so you can use it yourself. This is just a quick tutorial on how to set that up since people might not know how to. So first thing you want to do is obviously figure out where you're going to be putting these string table UAssets in. So obviously in Fmodel, you want to open up your folders, go into Contents, Pagoda, Localization, and then UI. So in here you have multiple string tables, but of all of these string tables, only, let's see, what is this, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, only 6 of them include Charlie's name. So I only created 6 of these. If you want to edit any of these other string tables, which includes stuff about, skill trees and all that stuff, you're going to have to create these string tables by hand, or you can use this plugin called JSON as asset. You're going to have to compile it yourself since there's no official release for 5.7.4, which is the Unreal Engine build we're using for this. So you will have to compile that yourself. There's a tutorial out there on the Unreal Engine website. So for this, I'm going to have a link to the Nexus file that will contain these 6 UAssets in. It'll be in a folder called UI. What you're going to have to do is in Unreal Engine, you're going to have to create this folder directory. So just follow it just as it is here, which we're following right here. And once you create this folder, you can go ahead and extract these files. What you're going to do is you're going to copy them. And unfortunately, we can't just drop them into Unreal Engine. It won't recognize them. Nothing will happen. What you're going to have to do is you're going to have to go to your Unreal Engine project, wherever you have this located. It might be called different. I didn't use the template project, so mine is just called Pagoda. But once you open it up, you're going to go into Content, and then you're going to basically follow this directory until you get to this UI folder, which is right here. And obviously it's empty because nothing is in here, but since we copied those files over, we can go ahead and paste them here, and they pop up right away in Unreal Engine. So from here you can open them up and you can edit them. We could go ahead and filter or search for Charlie's name, and it'll give us all the strings with Charlie's name. It might include stuff in the description that might not actually be in the source string, which is what you can edit. So you want to edit anything in the key column, just in here. And I'm going to be doing this for my Cyclops mod. So I'm going to edit every instance of Charlie into Cyclops. So I'm just going to do this really quick. For all of them, I'm just going to zoom through, but again, you can change anything you want to, anything in the source string to whatever you want. So feel free to change whatever. Alright, so I finished editing all my string tables, so I'm all done with that. Just make sure to hit Save All, and then make sure to select all of them, and we're going to add them into a chunk. Again, some of you guys may be using data asset tables. If you're using that, just go ahead and add it in like you usually do for that. And I'm going to add it to chunk 15. I'm going to hit save. Alright, and then let's say we want to change his portrait that's used. I was just fixing my MJ mod, so I have his right here. But let's say we want to change his dialogue portrait. So we're going to go into the folder that holds it, which is going to be UI, art, dialogue, and portraits. So it's going to be in here. And again, make sure to copy this folder structure and recreate it in Unreal Engine so you get this right here. And go ahead and save his dialogue picture, which should be right here. Just go ahead and right click and save texture. It's going to tell you it's saved down here. I'm not going to do it since I already have it saved. And then we can open up Photoshop and edit it. I already have it loaded up in Photoshop. If you go into the channels, you see that it holds an alpha map in its alpha channel. So we're going to have to just save this in a specific way. But let's set up the texture I'm going to use. So I'm going to place it, embed. I have it right here. I'm just going to stretch it out a little bit so it fits. I guess I could find a higher quality picture, but I don't really care. I'm just going to tilt him a little bit. And I think that's good enough. Yeah, because it kind of loses. That's fine. Alright, so now that I have him placed where I want to in this image, I'm going to have to create an alpha map for him. So I'm going to do that by holding Control and clicking on the image. And that creates an outline because he's already transparent. So I'm going to create a new layer. And I'm going to use the white texture, use my paint bucket tool. And I'm going to fill him in. Create another layer, just drop it under that first layer, change it to black, and because I still have it selected, just deselect, and there you dump it, and there you go, you have your alpha layer. So we can go ahead and select both of these using shift select, and we can merge it. There we go. So now we're done with this layer, so we can go ahead and delete the original Charlie picture. Delete, and we can hit, with this layer selected with the alpha map, hit Control A and then Control C to copy, hide that layer, and then select your original picture and go down to alpha. It will hold the original Charlie picture, so all we have to do is just hit Control V to paste, and we can deselect. Alright, so there you go. We can delete this layer now that we're done with it. And we can rasterize the layer to get rid of that. And now we can save. We have to save as a copy because we need to save the alpha map or the alpha channel information. So we're going to originally save it as TIFF because that will save that information. We can just call it Cyclops. Just make sure you leave everything like this. I think save transparency will be unticked originally if you've never done this before. So just make sure to hit save transparency, and it'll tell you this is going to pop up, but it's fine. Just hit yes and hit OK. It'll tell you it'll increase file size. That's fine. Alright, so now we need to convert it to TGA again. For some reason, when I first tried to export it as TGA, it didn't save the alpha channel for me, which is why I have to save it as TIFF. If it works for you straight out of saving it as TGA, that's great. But we have to change it from TIFF back into TGA because uploading just the TIFF file into Unreal Engine gave me an error. So for that, we're going to use this program called Paint.net. So we're just going to open up the file, which is saved under dialog. Cyclops. It's right there. Alright, so what we have to do is just hit save as. We're going to change it from .tiff to TGA. Hit save. You don't have to change any of the settings here. Just hit OK, and it's saved. Now we can go ahead and import into this folder. It's right here. Make sure to choose the TJ version. It's going to tell you import is done. You don't have to change anything in here either. It should be all good. All we have to do is just make sure we use the correct name. So I'm going to copy it from this one. And I'm going to delete this since we can't have something, you know, with the same name. I'm going to paste it there. There we go. It updated. Alright, so I can hit save all, and then we're going to add that again to that same chunk, which is 15. Alright, so now that we have that all saved, we're all done. Just make sure to package the project correctly. Froze a little bit. Just a package. It's going to run through that, and then you can just go ahead and test it out. Just make sure to include the _p, or else it won't show up. I did the mistake of doing that the first time I tried this, and it didn't show up. So just make sure to name it correctly, and then you're all done.